I'm now going to go into the individual outstanding employee winners. First of all, I'll ask you to rise to the extent you're comfortable and stand while I read about you. Facility Administrative Support Person of the Year, Tracy Honsinger from Northwest State Correctional Facility. As Personnel Administrator at Northwest State, Tracy maintains the base payroll spreadsheet, an essential tool for budget projections. As Site Legal Administrator, Tracy does all the facility's sentence computations and performs top quality work. With population changeover to females, this number increased and became more complicated. Tracy brought Northwest State Correctional Facility's record retention up to date this year, reviewing records from 1977, taking care of over 300 boxes and delivering them to the Public Records Center. As Senior Administrative Member, Tracy demonstrates proficiency and teamwork daily, setting the standard, exemplifying a persevering state employee. Field Administrative Support Person of the Year, Shirley Chaffee from Burlington Probation and Parole. Shirley has a strong personal dedication to her job, exemplified by her hard work, integrity, and individual commitment on a day-in and day-out basis. She interacts regularly with the public, often including individuals under supervision, where she always displays the traits of a true professional, treating everyone with respect and patience. Shirley truly is a top-quality employee who adheres to and demonstrates the key practices of the Agency of Human Services. Her supervisor and peers consider her an extremely valuable member of the Burlington Probation and Parole Office. Correctional Officer of the Year, Andrew Thibault from Southern State Correctional Facility. In addition to his life-preserving activities, Correctional Officer Thibault exhibits professionalism and skills that are a great asset to the facility. Correctional Officer Thibault prides himself on professionalism, and it shows in his day-to-day performance. He's always willing to work where needed. He is a current ALERT team member. He is well respected by his fellow officers as well as supervisors. Community Service Team Leader of the Year, Alexander Bartlett from Brattleboro Probation and Parole. Alex runs the Windham County Community Service Program by himself, at times logging more service days than larger programs. A little competition there. His responsibilities include establishing connections within the community to obtain, negotiate, and coordinate work contracts. He completes intake and scheduling of work crew offenders, supervises the work crew, and self-report sites, all while maintaining a positive image of the department. He maintains billing and documents attendance and non-compliance. He has the ability to motivate the offenders, model a good work ethic, is compassionate, and shows commitment to both offenders and the community beyond expectation. He has worked with local businesses to help offenders with disabilities or addictions get employment at work sites after completion of their crew, and goes the extra step to create a positive change in their lives. He's won over skeptical local nonprofits by delivering dependable, high-quality work that allows offenders to return value to their community. Supervisor of the Year, Correctional Facility Shift Supervisor Jonathon Turek. John Turek is deserving of recognition for this year due to his diligence and determination working with the staff and inmates on second shift at the Northwest State Correctional Facility. With the transition to a women's facility came a significant difference in the way inmates interact with each other. John, as the PREA coordinator, was charged with updating our local procedures and coming up with a training plan to bring staff up to speed. John's implementation of his plan has a major impact on PREA-related incidents and saved the facility countless hours of investigatory time. John has also been the head of our local investigation intelligence team. Through his leadership and shift command, John has been able to uncover many of the major drug trafficking schemes that the inmates have developed, and he has helped slow down the drug smuggling that would undoubtedly lead to continued inmate addiction. John's efforts are appreciated by the facility management team and the staff that he supervises. Correctional Service Specialist of the Year, Dennis Brancaccio from Morrisville Probation and Parole. Dennis Brancaccio is responsible for serving as the Response Supervision Probation and Parole Officer at the Morrisville District. In addition to the day-to-day tasks of supervising nearly 150 offenders, Dennis administers the DWI Victim Impact Panel program, which is a quarterly experience. Moreover, Dennis has put forth considerable efforts to support the appropriate supervision and response to non-compliance of over 100 additional offenders assigned to the telephone reporting model. As a corrections professional, Dennis is a role model for treating new offenders with a positive and helpful demeanor while also holding them accountable as warranted. Dennis's work contributes to public safety. Casework Supervisor of the Year, David Woods from Northeast Regional Correctional Facility. Dave started his career in corrections back in 1994, where he began as a Correctional Officer 1. From there, he has held a number of positions to include CO2, Caseworker, Interim Casework Supervisor, and finally Casework Supervisor. He has taken on additional roles of DWI Impact Panel Trainer, Grievance Coordinator, and managed Bravo Unit when it was designed to house substance abusers and those with substance-related crimes. He leads by example and believes that through compassion, dignity, and respect, most things can be overcome and at the very least worked through. Some of Dave's biggest assets are his enthusiasm, humor, and compassion. He approaches things openly, honestly, and with a great sense of humor. He inspires the staff at Northeast Regional to excel in corrections and consistently displays a deep desire to make a positive change in people's lives. Volunteer Support Services Person of the Year, Don Lewis.